Hi guys, if you can see, we are doing a video and well, let's just get started. Hi guys, it's David Uchiha here, and we are gonna get started with another deku did Rock Lee training. So, let's start. Last time, Izuku was fighting Todoroki for the 1 millionth point. Izuku won first place. Bakugo won in second place. Todoroki won in third place, and Tetsu's team was in fourth place. Let's continue during the fight. So during this, everybody is ready for the fight, but Izuku meets a person. He says that he doesn't explain that as quick, but one of Izuku's classmates, whose hero name is later Tailman, says, "Hey, if you don't know, if you talk to him, he could possess your mind. But if you bump into another person or something happens to your body, you will immediately get out of it." Immediately, Izuku takes this answer. The man versus Izuku. He immediately says, "So I guess your friend told you my quirk. You want to know something? You should have just learned it from the start. Don't you ever know that? Aren't you something better? You shouldn't be cheating like that. I don't even know your quirk." Izuku immediately jumps and runs towards him. He immediately says, "Come on! Don't you want to say anything? Your friend was barely allowed to even get in. There's nothing even wrong. I was in because I was strong and he wasn't." Immediately with a single punch, he gets knocked back. Izuku throws another punch. And then he throws a kick at him. As he gets back, he immediately tries to say, "Okay, I'm done." He immediately grabs Izuku and punches him right in his face. But Izuku just gets back. And the only thing he says is, "Is that all you got? 'Cause I'm beating you and I don't even have a quirk." But second he tries to use his quirk to take over Izuku's mind. Izuku already punched him out of bounds. Immediately he stops. He bumps into Izuku just to get his mind back. And Izuku says, Yeah, if you didn't hear me earlier, I already have a quirk. And you shouldn't talk to nobody like that. Especially if they try so hard to be a hero." Immediately he leaves. As the person just saying, "Yeah, my quirk would have been better to be a villain than a hero," until multiple classmates from his class immediately say, "Wow, that was great! I didn't know you even had that in you. I only saw you get to erase him. You did the hardest you can." Immediately he just smiles and he says, "Wow, even though I did bad, my friend still voted for me." Immediately he leaves and he says, "Yep, I guess you won." The next round is just pretty much the same stuff. So we're just going to skip over because everything the same just happens. But then after that, there's Izuku versus Todoroki. Immediately Todoroki's ready. Says, well, I guess I'm finishing this quickly. He makes an ice wall to try to freeze Izuku. But Izuku just says, not now, Todoroki. With one kick, he destroys it. And he says, is that all you got? I didn't even take off my weights yet. Immediately Todoroki says, oh, so he is fast. Okay, so I even have a quirk. He makes another ice wall. But then Izuku throws a punch to destroy it. Izuku immediately runs. As my guy looks down also, my guy notices something. And he says to All Might, hey, why isn't Izuku using his real power? At this chance, he could have already taken off the weights and he would have already beaten Todoroki. As Izuku and Todoroki are having a similar fight between Rock Lee and Gaara. As Todoroki keeps throwing ice walls in front of him, but Izuku just breaks them. But again he says, yeah, but he could easily defeat him. But then that's when All Might says, yeah, that is true. If Izuku's not using his full power, then what is he doing? But then immediately, Eraserhead comes behind him and says, he's making up a plan. Again, he probably wants Todoroki to go hard. Remember, Todoroki's other half could emit fire. All he's doing is ice. Probably Izuku's trying to let it out from him. Izuku immediately throws a punch at Todoroki. And then throws a kick, saying, leave Hurricane! With a single kick, Todoroki took a lot of damage. But since Todoroki's doing too much ice, he's getting frostbite. And Izuku just yells at Todoroki. He says, don't you get it, Todoroki? And that's your fire half. It won't work, as he destroys another ice. Let it out. Come on, Todoroki. It's not his quirk, it's yours. Use your quirk as much as you want. With a single sentence, Todoroki remembers about when him and his mom was watching All Might and how All Might said, remember, even if you do have a similar quirk to your dad or your mom, it is your quirk, not theirs. So do whatever you want with them. At the single sentence, Todoroki immediately lashes out his fire half. Izuku immediately says, well, I guess he's going hard already. He takes off all of his weight and says, then come on, Todoroki. Todoroki throws an ice wall as Izuku just kicks it just to destroy it. As Izuku runs at a high-speed attack. Immediately, Todoroki emits fire, but Izuku dodges that until he emits a ice wall. Izuku jumps onto the ice and says, well, the slipperiness is going to make me get closer. As Izuku's mom is watching this, she's also probably worried about Izuku during this time. But Izuku keeps running at Todoroki. Finally, when he gets to Todoroki, he kicks him on his right cheek, so then he doesn't emit the fire. And then punches him, throwing that good. Until Todoroki immediately emits an ice wall, and Izuku jumps back from it. Izuku breaks it before Todoroki says, I'm releasing my full power with a lot of fire all over him. He jumps with a fireball in his hand and says, this is in my special move, Fiery Blaze. Izuku immediately says, wow, Todoroki, you are strong, but now it's mine. Immediately, with not a single trace, he knows exactly what to do. He immediately charges into his third grade, as he only knows that he can only go to fourth grade before he gets down. He immediately charges into his third grade, and then he goes into his fourth grade, as my guy says. Yup, I guess he's using the special technique I taught him. Immediately, Izuku runs towards Todoroki and throws a punch. But before anything, yes, Todoroki's ready to throw his fire blast. Izuku immediately gets out fourth gate and dodges it, just only using that to get close. And puts both of his arms together to hit Todoroki in his back, slamming him to the ground. And also the teacher did make the walls, but they just burst through it. But as he slams Todoroki to the ground, Todoroki stands there with his fire half steamed and gone. And Todoroki just looks at Izuku. As Todoroki is ready and he bolts up his fist, he runs at Izuku. But before anything, Izuku runs at Todoroki as Todoroki's ready to emit some fire. Izuku punches Todoroki in his stomach and knocks him out of balance. As everybody's confused about why couldn't he just throw the punch as in 6th grade, my guy immediately gets on speaker and he says, if you're wondering why he didn't throw the punch at Todoroki, it's because if you don't know, that secret technique is pretty harmful. It could hurt his body in any way. So, he immediately went to that technique. I was ready. As he bursts 2 walls, he immediately gets into his normal form, so Todoroki could use his fire half to emit more steam as he warms out his energy, with Izuku giving enough speed to dodge his attack and attack him. Immediately, everybody's just like, wow, that was a great move. And Izuku's mom starts being like, crying, and he's all just, Izuku, I can't believe you actually did it. Izuku immediately smiles, and as Todoroki is getting up, Izuku gets his hand and he says, hey, why don't we just be friends? Todoroki immediately grabs his hand and says, yeah, I guess that wouldn't be fine. And immediately Izuku carries him up and just says, remember, still do your best. Before anything, it's now Izuku versus Ida. Ida's immediately ready to show Izuku as he speeds by. But Izuku's been concentrating his hearing and he dodges one of Ida's attacks. Immediately he says, leave Hurricane, and kicks Ida before jumping at Ida and saying, you should have never attacked. You should have thought your plan out through. But instead you thought I would have got there. Immediately throws multiple punches as Ida dodges them all, of course. And as Ida dodges them, moving backwards, he knows that if it wasn't that Izuku's just bringing him closer to the off balance, he immediately gets to a supercharge and zips past Izuku, ready, and puts both of his hands on Izuku's back and runs as far as he can to the finish. But before Izuku could touch it, Izuku uses his strength from his legs. Wait, he doesn't do that. Izuku takes one of his weights off and drops them on the ground, making an explosion. immediately people say, wow, those mates must be really hard. As Izuku drops it, Ida is ready to throw another attack. But then as he learns that Izuku's not attacking for some reason. As Ida's confused, he learns that his leg jets are also broken and now he's off of balance. Immediately Izuku says, wow, Ida, that was pretty hard. I didn't think I had to drop a weight. Ida smiles and says, whoa, Midoriya, I guess you were good too. And immediately just walks away and says, okay, Sturgeon family will work. Before anything, it's Izuku versus Izuku versus Bakugo. And Bakugo says, remember, go all out. Do that move or whatever. I don't care because I'm still gonna beat you. But do it. I wanna beat you at your best. Immediately Izuku just says, well, if I would have to, I will do it. As he smiles. Now to Izuku versus Bakugo. And immediately Bakugo's ready. Bakugo throws a blast at Izuku, but Izuku dodges it. As Izuku throws a punch at Bakugo, and Bakugo gets hit. As Izuku rushes forward and throws another punch and keeps it doing that. But Bakugo just holds Izuku's arm from one of the last punches and says, okay, die! Immediately he slams Izuku's body to the ground, and Izuku smiles. But then punches Bakugo with his other arm and says, you gotta make sure you're always better, Bakugo. Well, you gotta make sure you're always better, Kachan. Immediately he does a black flip to get behind Bakugo, only throwing another punch as Bakugo takes it. Bakugo immediately puts his foot on the ground and says, no, I'm not gonna lose! And throws the one big blast at Izuku. Before anything, Izuku dodges it. Immediately Izuku says, well, I guess, Kachan, you're holding something back. So why don't I not hold back? Immediately he takes off his weights off and slams them to the ground, only making a big explosion, leaving one in his hand. Before anything, Bakugo rushes in front of him and says, you should have never done that! Before Izuku gets a weight that he didn't slam to the ground, and Bakugo sees it, only smashing with his Bakugo's hands, doing another explosion, pushing Bakugo back. But then Bakugo says, okay, I'm done. Get into your wharf gate. I'm gonna end this. Immediately with a big explosion, he blasts all through and ready to throw the final blast at Izuku. But Izuku just smiles and says, wow, Kachan, you have went so far, but I'm still gonna win. He bows up his fist, but then unbows it and just says, huh? I guess I'm done. As the explosion hits Izuku head on. Before anything, Bakugo thinks that he won, only learning that he's off of balance, and has Izuku dodge the moves with major injuries. But Izuku said, well, if you didn't know, I was on the edge of the off balance. So, if I ever dodged the attack, you will have been off balance. So, guess I win, Kachan. As Bakugo is confused and he starts raging, he says, as he grabs Izuku by his collar and says, no, this isn't how it's supposed to end out. I wanted you to show me your best. No! before midnight, Alicia's hair powder and quickly sends Bakugo to sleep as Izuku jumps out of it. And then she says, Izuku Midoriya is the winner! Before anything in the final rounds, there were only some people who could get on there. As Ito goes to his brother, just knowing that he was injured. But from the only 3 people, they say that in 3rd place, it's Tokiyami. It was supposed to be Ida, but he's off with some family business. Immediately she says, in 2nd place, as all the kids say, what is happening? As Bakugo is chained up, getting mad at Izuku and says, is Bakugo. And in 1st place is Izuku Midoriya. As Izuku smiles and waves. Before anything, All Might comes in and he congratulates Tokiyami and says, if you work out with that quirk, it probably will manifest it to yourself. I'm pretty sure you will become a great hero. He moves to Bakugo as Bakugo is trained up and he says, well, this is pretty awkward. As he unchains Bakugo's mouth, Bakugo immediately gets mad and he's all just, All Might, no, I was supposed to win. And even if I did lose, I want to lose at his best. Immediately, All Might says, well, let me just put that chain around you. And Bakugo screams, no, I don't want that. Get that crap off of me. Before he just puts in Bakugo's mouth. Then he says, now it's you, Izuku Midoriya. He immediately puts the chain on him and he says, you are an impressive student. Out of anything, you've worked hard. Even without a quirk, you kept on going. And that's the thing. No matter what, you will not stop. And you kept working hard. So, out of anything, you are the first quirkless boy I've ever seen win the sports festival. As everybody congratulates him, and all the casualties are saying, wait, he's quirkless? How did he even do that? And Izuku accepts his medal and says, yes. And All Might just saying, I'm going to become the #1 hero as he screams out. Oh, that's where we're going to end it. Bye, guys. Bye.